All honor, praise, and glory be to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Wahakwa Dash Rakah. Double honors to the apostles and the elders over at the great millstone who rule well of Yasha Allah. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching this truth and sincerity, and truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth and in the spirit where we have been scattered to. Shalom wa barakium, Laha Aman Bakiyar, Yasha Allah. And to the rest of you believers out there that will help of the Israelite nation, consisting of you so-called blacks, aka Negroes, so-called Latinos and Native American Indians out there, women, children, friends of the prophets, that will help make up the remnant after this place is destroyed. Esau world's end. To you I say peace and blessings as well. All right, so getting straight into it. This is an article I've been wanting to do for a little, since it came out, since I've seen it. It says 7,500 million genetically engineered mosquitoes approved for release in Keys. All right, so I'm gonna title this pretty much if I'll get it right once it's posted, but pretty much going into how if Esau can cause you to get, if he can cause, like this, it says in let me just get the scripture, Revelation, because that's just really going into, Revelation 13 and 9. I'm gonna start at Salakia, not 9. I'm gonna get 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. I'm gonna jump to 16. It says, and he calls it all. And he calls it all. So when you cause, that word cause, it goes into force. It pretty much, it goes into, like I said, force. Just simply put, it says, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. See? So if he can cause, which we know this is talking about the mark of the beast, if this is which is the RFID chip, if he can cause men, women and children, free bond, etc., to get this mark, it's the same thing with this. So if he can cause, and this proves that this is gonna happen. This article proves that this is gonna happen. If he can cause you to get the coronavirus, he gonna cause you to get the chip. See? It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. See? Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is in the number of a man, and the number is 603 score and 6. All right. So that's what all of this is going into. It's just simply setting up the mark of the beast. He's finna cause people to, because this message is only out to you Israelites out there, you so-called blacks, aka Negroes, including you so-called Latinos and Native Americans. This is targeting us, which I'll get in a second. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Psalm 60. Psalm 64:5. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? See? So going into the article, this came out August 20th, 2020 by Sandy Lamonte. This is from CNN. So as you can see, Esau found the way to make, his devices. His devices is his technology, his different ploys, All of these things is witchcraft. Those are his different devices, man, from his technology to his witchcraft. You know, this dude, he goes deep. It said let me get that. Psalm 64 and 6, it says that they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. See? So there it's Esau, he next level with the wickedness, man. That's what he was just set up to do. He's the cunning hunter, man. And that's why the so-called white man, you flip over your quarter, you got an eagle on the back. Because the eagle is like one of the best hunters, you know? So he's Esau, hunting the prey. And we're the prey, you know? Let me get that. This is Psalms 44. Or wasn't I can get that? Psalms 44 and 11. It says, I'm going to start at 10. I'm going to just hit the point. This is Psalms 44 and 11. Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the heathen. See? So the Lord put us in this situation. Yeah, verse 10, thou makest us to turn back from the enemy, and they which hate us spoil for themselves. So if they can keep oppressing us, that's Esau getting his fix. If they can keep Jake sick, if they can keep Jake dependent on him, if you know, which is that going into that chip, because they know. Let me just get this article and I'll get my scriptures and close out. This is so this says a plan to release over 7,500 million genetically modified mosquitoes into the Florida Keys in 2021 and 2022 received final approval from local authorities, you see, against the objection of many local residents and a coalition. All of these are going into councils, you see? It says of environmental advocacy groups. So these people advocate. It tell you, the scriptures tell us that they encourage themselves in an evil matter, you know? Verse 5, yeah, it says they encourage them, Psalm 64 and 5, they encourage themselves and they encourage themselves. That's advocating. And the evil matter, they commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? It says, the proposal had already won state and federal approval. How do you approve putting out fake or altered mosquitoes? It's insane, man. So we're not slow to your game. This is Psalms 10. Psalms 10 and 17. Lord, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart. See, our mind. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear. See, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more be oppressed. Because we're really the man of the earth. Esau is not of the earth. He doesn't even reflect the people of the earth. You know, he has no melanin. Anyway, it says, and then we get that. This is Isaiah. I was just reading this last night. See if I can get it real quick, but I will keep going. It says, with all the urgent crisis facing our nation and the state of Florida, the COVID-19 pandemic, racial injustice, climate change, the administration has used tax dollars and government resources for a Jurassic Park experiment. You see? Said J.D. Hansen, Policy Director for the International Center for Technology Assessment and Center for Food Safety in a statement released Wednesday. It says, now in the Monroe County Mosquito Control District, it's a quote from her, J.D. Hansen, who's the Policy Director for the International Center or technology assessment. So Esau, this is one of his devices, technology, and center for food safety. So she directs the policies, of this international center that deals with technology and certain food safeties. And this came out, it says in a statement released Wednesday. Now, the Monroe County Mosquito Control District has given the final permission needed. What could possibly go wrong? We don't know, because EPA unlawfully refused to seriously analyze environmental risk. Now without further review of the risk, the experiment can proceed. She added, because they didn't probably take the proper steps. They just overlooked on it, and these are whole decrees that they're passing because they just the wicked. It's not that they overlooked it. Even if that is what happened, only some wicked so-called heads of the people is going to even allow that to be a situation. It's insane. See if I can get that. So I think that's pretty much it. Approved by the Environmental Protection Agency in May. See, it's approved by the Environment Protection Agency in May. So you don't know if they're genetically modified. We don't know exactly what they gonna cause these things to do. Because they're not even real mosquitoes. First off, they're not even real mosquitoes, man. This is the world you live in, So it says the project is designed to test if a genetically modified mosquito is a viable alternative to spraying. See, the genetically modified mosquito is a viable alternative to spraying insecticides to control the Aedes aegypti. It is a species of mosquito that carries several deadly diseases such as Zika, dengue, chikungunya, and yellow fever. The mosquito named Ox 5034 has been altered to produce female offspring that die in the larval stage well before hatching and growing large enough to bite and spread disease. Only the female mosquito bites for blood, which she needs to mature her eggs. Males feed only on nectar and thus are not a carrier for disease. It says the mosquito also won a federal approval to be released in Harris County, Texas, beginning in 2021. So 2020's been crazy, man. We don't got that much longer left. The way this is going, man. Hey, this is why the Lord say, seek the Lord while he may be found. Let me get that real quick. This is Ecclesiastes. Because when that time hit, you want to start asking questions then and getting into it then, trying to strengthen your relationship, seeing if you're in good standing and all that, trying to get in the Lord's good graces, being fake and shit. He ain't going to hear it. This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. See, he giving us a heads up, man. It said 2021. We near there. This thing is over with. It's not finna wait on anybody, man. Nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. You see? So it's gonna get bad out here when you go and reading the rest of that. And that's pretty much that. So it says this mosquito also won federal approval to be released in Harris County, Texas, beginning in 2021, according to Oxitec, the U.S.-owned, British-based company. That developed the genetically modified organism. GMO. You know, you got GMO goddamn mosquito insects out here, man. The Environmental Protection Agency granted Oxytec's request after years of investigating the impact of the genetically altered mosquito on human and environmental health. This is an exciting development because it represents the groundbreaking work of hundreds of passionate people and over more than a decade in multiple counties, all of whom want to protect communities from dengue, Zika, yellow fever, all these things they make up. You're telling on yourself. Let me get that. You know, because the scripture I was gonna get, it tell you in Isaiah that it say, "Woe to them that decree wicked decrees, man, and write grievous laws, so that they may oppress a man, the fatherless." You know, but what did I say I was just gonna get? Oh yeah, Psalms 10. Drop that Psalms 10 and me Psalms 10. And that's pretty much it, man. So the Lord preparing our mind. Amen. Call on the Creator while He may be near. And this is ultimately just to set up the RFID chip. Because if He can cause this probably gonna cause the coronavirus. Because it really hasn't hit on the way that their narration is telling it. Because they're working on actually it manifesting, it lining up. Let me get this. This is Psalms 10 and 3. It says, "For the wicked boasted of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous whom the Lord abhorred." See, this is an exciting development because it represents the groundbreaking work of hundreds of passionate people over more than a decade in multiple countries, all of whom want to protect communities from all these different things. It's just crazy, man. This is what the Lord is saying, but it says, oh, Salakia. See if I can get that. Say, all that see it shall flee from him. Salakia, give me 1 second. Me. That's the porridge on his neck. I said, I don't see it. Come on. He said, "Let their own tongue fall upon them." But the scripture pretty much going into, the Lord said, "Let their own tongue fall upon them." And how do you see that? They put together this article. They telling you they're the damn devil. It's just for you to see it in that way. It's a good scripture. This is Job 4:17. It says, "Shall mortal man be more just than God? Shall a man be more pure than his maker?" So the mosquitoes is fine, man. They have their job, but you so-called white people, you damn red devils, you want to change everything. Make yourself, more than what you are and change things. Okay? So we're not worried about this. The Lord said He's gonna protect, his elect, man, His hopeful elect. Lord willing, we those, men, women and children. So I'm gonna get this. As I said, this is 5:12. Job, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprises. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. But it's a specific scripture that I'm looking for. It says basically their own tongue is supposed to fall upon them because, matter of fact, I believe that's 64. And I'm going to close this out. That's pretty much the point. Yep. Psalm 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of land snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out. I'm going to jump down to 7. It says, but the Most High, but Yahweh Bashim shall shoot at them with an arrow. Because these are arrows, Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. You see? All that see them shall flee away. So you're not going to be able to perform your enterprise if the Lord is putting in your mind to put out an article on it before it even happens. You see? So now people take precautionary measures now. So you just dumb, man. You're just dumb. And the reason they're going so hard, my last scripture, Lord willing, this is Revelation 12 and 12. This is all for the chip. So I can end off here. They want to be like the Most High. But anyway, this is Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the sea and of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right. So, and another key thing too, I really want to get. See if I can get it real quick. Is how they write those unrighteous decrees. I think that's Isaiah, like the 9th. See if I can get that real quick. Yep, 10th chapter, Isaiah 10 and 1. Praise Yahweh Shemel Shah. I say, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. See, look up what the decree is. And that grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment. See, we know we're not supposed to be taking no damn vaccines from you people. None of this crap, man. Is a mortal man more pure, more just than God? You're more maker than you more pure than your maker. Come on, man. It says to turn aside because you write these laws. Like if you make it a mandate that I have to take the so-called coronavirus vaccine, which I'm not supposed to take, that's turning me aside. I'm the needy, and you're turning me aside from judgment because you're forcing me to not do the right thing. It says, and to take away the right, all these rights and all this other crap from the poor of my people, the Israelites, so you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. It says that the widows may be their prey. As you prey on a lot of our basically a situation you set up, our broken homes. These trifling women, trifling men, badass little kids. But you these dumb women out here that don't know no dang better, man. Those widows, whether they was dotting around or the man, her husband got killed. That's the lifestyle of the Israelites right now. It says whether it's so-called which is other so-called blacks, aka Negroes, including the so-called Latinos and Native American Indians, all the same people. It says that the widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. You see? So, and what will ye do in the visitation? So the Lord said, woe to you people. It says, and what will ye do in the visitation, in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory? Because you ain't dealing with the Lord. So who you gonna flee to? They say that all the earth is the Lord, so you can't hide in the earth like you plan to. But the whole point is, you Israelites be on the look out for this. This is crazy. They're trying to put out a damn. They're trying to force people to have the coronavirus, so you will be forced to take the vaccine because you don't have any knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? On the right hand side of treatments and stuff like that. So Lord willing, this has been edifying. You know, this is for the chip too, ultimately. You know, because if they forcing you to get it's just all a play. If you to depend on the so-called white man and go down to Egypt for help. You know, he take away money. He make it write a law. You can't use that federal dollar you have anymore. You gotta get the chip, and you know you shouldn't. You know you shouldn't get that put in your hand. So this is what this is all setting up to and pointing in the direction of. You know, it's a ploy. So Lord has been edifying. Shalom.